really would rather start a mission than play around. Those robots are depending on us. All right, we still got places to go and robots to rescue. Click on any of the buttons near the bottom of the transquisor.
Call it a chopper, an egg beater, or a whirlybird. Just don't call it late for dinner. Seriously, this aircraft is a good example of an invention that came way before its time. The idea for the helicopter was thought up long before it was built. A helicopter is an aircraft that's lifted into the sky by one or two powerful whirling rotors. Why didn't the person who first invented the helicopter build one?
Well, you see, Miss Winkle, it happened like this. The inventor of the helicopter was eating a delicious spaghetti dinner when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, someone came in and spilled sauce all over his designs. I think it was a rival inventor.
Oh, Polly, you are so right. It was a case of industrial sabotage. Spilled spaghetti sauce kept the first helicopter from being built.
Spaghetti sauce? Preposterous. There must be some other reason why the person who invented the helicopter didn't build one. We better find out. Aviation history depends on us. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquisor.
Amelia Airbot, the famous flying robot, has disappeared. Send out a search party. And while you're at it, search out these 4 clues. A bee, a pair of sneakers, a car, and a construction crane.
Amelia Airbot disappeared. There's no mystery in that. Polly has reprogrammed her and sent her back in time to the invention of the helicopter. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Bingo! I've sensed a mission clue in the painting gallery. Okay, you can look at some famous works of art in the virtual collection by clicking on that machine. Or you can click on the painting gallery in the back if you want to get creative.
Just make sure you leave everything the way you find it. Not like Polly, always creating a mess.
My gut feeling is that there's a clue in the painting gallery. It's right behind me. Back in the painting gallery. Hey, Polly!
Time to paint me a picture, Rockley, if you want that mission clue. See if you can figure this out. The goldfish underwater. I set my goldfish free in the ocean. He wouldn't swim away. He just went up and down like he was waiting for me.
Click on an empty frame to start something new. Or click on a picture you've already started to continue working on it. Click on the sheet of paper on the floor to read Polly's story. Hey, it's a weird story, but we've got to illustrate it. Click on the card on the lower left corner if you want to suffer through it again. Beautiful job! Just pick up the clue and add it to the inventory. Shh! I'm gonna try to sense this area out for clues. Nuts! No mission clues here. Let's try another floor. Sensors on. I'm gonna run a sweep of this floor. I'm picking up a clue reading in the shrinking machine room. Look, we're at the Shrink-O-Matic again.
Just let me know if you need any information about my darling specimens.
Yeah. So I hid a mission clue in one of the specimens. Still, you'll never find it unless you can figure out this hint. Egbert created this specimen when he accidentally heated limestone.
Many of the world's great inventions were the results of happy accidents. However, I can't claim credit for creating this specimen. Marble. Marble is a hard, beautiful rock that formed when the Earth's crust moved beneath mountains. Limestone. Chalk is a good example of the soft white rock called limestone. Limestone was formed from the skeletons of dead sea creatures.
Do you think that's the right specimen? If so, just click on the microscope on the floor. Remember Polly's hint? Look for the specimen created by heating limestone.
Lava rock. Lava is the red-hot molten rock that oozes out of the earth and becomes hard rock. There are currently 600 active volcanoes on Earth that are capable of producing lava rock. Hydrogen. The quartz. Quartz is a clear, glassy crystal rock. Sandstone. When grains of sand come together and become hard rock, it's called sandstone. Slate. Slate is a rock that easily splits into thin, even sheets. Granite. Granite is a beautiful hard rock. It can be white, gray, or pink. Diamond. Diamonds are precious gemstones. Carbon. The Earth's rocks are made of minerals, and minerals are made of elements. Helium. The element helium is a gas. It makes balloons float into the sky because it is lighter than the air around it. Oxygen. This is the Earth's most common element. Limestone. Chalk is a good example of the Marble. Marble is a hard, beautiful rock that formed when the Earth's crust moved beneath mountains. The massive movement squeezed and heated limestone and turned it into marble.
I suppose you should shrink me now.
Happy trails!
Later! Back here again, and besides a slight headache, I'm feeling okay. I won't last more than 10 rounds in here, so you have to work quick. Click on the mouse to launch me. We found it! Just pick up the clue and add it to the inventory. Let's move on. There's no mission clue here. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the observatory. We're on Easy Street. There's another clue in the robot maze. Here we go again. Polly's launched another one of the mission clues into space. Man your battle stations.
So you and your friend really like the thrill of venturing to the brink of nothingness.
I think you know what to do. Click on the telescope and we'll get started. So there's Polly's transmission and our hint. You better act fast before it's sucked into the black hole. Polly's transmission is 4 radio packets big. Make sure you collect them all or we won't be able to decode her hint. Way to maneuver! You got another radio wave packet. Great! You got another radio wave packet. Nice shooting. You got a radio packet. All right. You got all the radio packets. Now we can decode Polly's hint. Here comes Polly's message, fresh from the brink of the black hole. Get ready to use the decoder. Yep, either Polly's finally lost her mind, or this message has been scrambled. Click. Oh, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! Oh, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. Decoding operation is completed. You broke the code.
My name is Castor. My brother's name is Pollux. We look alike because we are twins. The name of our constellation means twins.
Okay, you unscrambled the hint. Quick, to the star chart so we can find that clue. Okay, now it's time to find that spaceship. Click on the machine so we can start our search. Click on any of the constellations and this machine will tell you a little bit about them. Click on the hint button to replay Polly's hint. Click on the constellation again if you think it's the one where Polly sent the mission clue.
Gemini means twins. This constellation is named after Castor and Pollux. Castor and Pollux were mythical twin brothers. The ancient Greeks and Romans prayed to Castor and Pollux to help them win battles and to rescue them from shipwrecks.
Hear that? You must be right. And here comes the spaceship. We made it! All right, now put the clue into the inventory for safekeeping, then head on out. The world depends on us. No doubt about it. There's a clue in the robot maze. We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time, it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
Terrific! Polly has nothing over you. Great! Take the clue and put it in your inventory. All right, we got all the mission clues. Now all we need is enough invention points. Since we need more points, why don't we play a game on this floor while we're here? Let's check out the biosphere. I'm not picking up a mission clue vibe from the biosphere. You still want to go exploring? Moment of truth time. Click on the launch button if you want to launch an explorer. Okay, now we can navigate the explorer around the biosphere by watching it on this monitor. Click on the monitor for a closer look. Ooh, we're back under the biosphere. It's creepy down here. Let's get up to the surface.
You could think for a million years, but you'll still never get this question right. What do you call a rock in the shape of an ancient snail shell? A fossil, a mollusk, or a shellfish? No, too bad. Here's a really slippery question. Which of the following is not a reptile? A snake, an eel, or an iguana? Just a lucky guess. I hope this question doesn't make you blow up, Botley. Which is created by an underwater volcano? A tropical island, an oasis, or a geyser? Haha, too bad. Don't run aground on this question. Which is alive? An adobe hut, a coral reef, a seashell? Just a lucky guess. You may find yourself in over your head with this question. Which plant can grow a foot a day? The giant sequoia, giant kelp, or lichen? Big deal, you got one right. two are birds of a feather. Both of you are stuck in an airlock. What kind of animal can migrate from the North Pole to the South Pole and back again? A deer, a bear, or a bird? Yeah, so you got it right. Welcome to my world. Now get to work. Which animal lives part of the day underwater? A limpet, an elf owl, or a dolphin? No, too bad. Look, it's a yellow-bellied bottom feeder. Oh, it's only you, Rotley. Which of the following is microscopic in size? A baobab tree, an elf owl, or plankton? That was way too easy.
Touchdown! You landed safely. Now, if you want to open this box, click on a key on the console. Good job! More invention points are always good. Put them in your inventory so... We should go to the time machine to complete this mission. Let's take the tram to the top floor. We've got everything we need. Take a deep breath and click on the time machine door back there. Moving right along. Let's get over to the Wheel of Invention to figure out our next mission. Time to finish up another mission. Click the on button to start the wheel.
Hey out there in PC land, it's time for everyone's favorite game show starring your host with the most, Monty Monitor. Answer everything correctly and you can save poor Amelia Airbot from the clutches of time. Your first clue is a bee. The bee will lead you to what your mission is all about, provided you don't get stung. In 1957, killer bees escaped from a laboratory in Brazil. Their numbers soon multiplied, and killer bees began to swarm north towards the United States. But don't worry, the bees are now under control. Some bees might be scary, but without them, there wouldn't be any honey. What do bees collect to make honey? How sweet! And it's not only bees who like to drink nectar from flowers. Which of these animals also drinks nectar from flowers? Right! The hummingbird hovers near flowers to drink nectar, and its wings beat so fast that when it flies, you can actually hear it humming. That's how the hummingbird got its name. The hummingbird is the only bird that can fly backwards. What else can fly backwards? Just like a hummingbird, a helicopter can fly upward, downward, sideways, and backward.
You did it! We'll be going back in time to the invention of the helicopter, and now we're one step closer to finding Amelia Airbot.
Your second clue is a pair of sneakers. It will help you sneak up to where in history the helicopter was invented. Sneakers are so quiet you can sneak around in them. That's why they're called sneakers. The Mayan Indians invented an early version of sneakers. They coated their feet in layers of sap from tree bark. The sap hardened and protected their feet. The sap used by the Mayans to create their version of sneakers was brought to England 200 years ago. What was this sap eventually called? Good going! Ha ha! The sap from this tree was used to rub out pencil marks, so the English dubbed it rubber. The soles of today's sneakers are made from rubber. That's what makes them comfortable, sturdy, and quiet. Rubber is used to make what other kind of footwear? Rubber boots are great to use in snow and rain because they are waterproof. Not all boots are made from rubber, of course. What makes a boot is its shape. A boot is any shoe that covers the ankle as well as the foot. What country is famous for being shaped like a boot? Congratulations! Ha ha! Italy is one of the easiest countries in the world to remember because it's shaped just like a boot. Italy's boot extends into the Mediterranean Sea from southern Europe.
Presto! Polly sent Amelia Airbot to Italy.
Your third clue is a new car. Hop in. The car will take you to when in history you need to go. Some people think cars are a modern invention, but people were making cars over 500 years ago. These early experimental cars were propelled by springs like a clock. Some were even powered by the wind. It takes about 14,000 parts to make a modern car. What metal are many of those parts made from? Yes! Ho-ho! Many of the 14,000 car parts are made from steel because steel is a strong metal that's fairly light. That's why steel is also used for making very tall buildings. Without a strong and light metal such as steel, we could never build very tall buildings. What are very tall buildings called? Skyscrapers scrape the sky. Before the invention of steel, it was almost impossible to build skyscrapers. In ancient China, for example, there were only a few tall buildings, and Chinese people loved to parachute off of them. The parachute was invented in China in 1100. Around 383 years later, it was reinvented in Italy. Around what year was the parachute reinvented? Yes, around 1483, a famous Italian scientist designed a parachute, never realizing that the Chinese had invented one hundreds of years earlier. 1483 was also the year when the helicopter was invented.
Wow, the helicopter was invented in 1483? I didn't know that. Well, we have to go back to 1483 to find poor Amelia Airbot.
The fourth clue is a construction crane. It will tell you who in history invented the helicopter. The construction crane was first invented 500 years ago by the same Italian man who invented the parachute and the helicopter. A person who had the knowledge to invent a parachute, a helicopter, and a construction crane could best be described as what? Nope. Architects design buildings. Good thinking! Ha ha! Scientists observe the physical world as carefully as possible. They describe what they see because they want to figure out what's true and what's not true about the world. Which of the following people also spend their lives describing the world as they observe it? That's right! Artists, like scientists, try their hardest to describe what they see as accurately as possible. Throughout history, many scientists were also artists. they were close observers of the world around them. Which Italian inventor was so devoted to describing the world as he saw it that he is now famous as an artist and a scientist? Leonardo da Vinci was an Italian inventor, painter, sculptor, architect, musician, and scientist. He invented a helicopter so he could fly like a bird. Since an engine large enough to power it had not yet been invented, he never bothered to build it.
Huh. So Polly sent Amelia Airbot back to bother Leonardo da Vinci. He invented the helicopter in Italy way back in 1483. That's amazing. I want to see this for myself. Let's go! Before we take this... Ready, steady? Then click on me to go. Rotors, check. Engine, check. Radar, check. All set to watch the Italian scientist and artist Leonardo da Vinci invent the helicopter. Great! We found Amelia Airbot. But mamma mia! She's about to spill spaghetti sauce on Leonardo's designs. What a disaster! What a night marinara! Hit the recall button pronto, and let's see if we can turn back the clock. All right. If only cleaning the kitchen were so easy. Now hold on while I steer this contraption back. Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We need to put this robot to rest. It does my CPU chip good to know that I've helped bring these guys back where they belong.
Oh, Botley, you're such a party pooper. Well, just because you got lucky that time doesn't mean that I have to start worrying. There are still more to come.
All right, we still got places to go and robots to rescue. Click on the inventory to start a mission. Come on, we've come this far, but we can't save a robot unless we're on a mission.